Well, today's hit, I want to talk to all the husbands out there, especially those husbands who work out pretty consistently and really are taking their health and fitness pretty serious. So for the past year, I've actually been digging in and taking my health pretty serious. I've actually cut out all meat, all dairy, all sweets. I hit the treadmill for an hour every day for 6 days a week. I take a walk every day for an hour, and I average about 14,000 steps a day. So over this last year, under this workout regimen, I've actually lost 70 pounds. And I actually lost the 70 pounds in a short period of time. I actually lost 70 pounds in 6 months. So needless to say, in order to really stick to this fitness goal that I have to be consistent. I have to have a lot of drive, and I have to have that determination. So as I was sitting and reflecting over this past year of this fitness journey that I'm on, the Lord dropped this scripture in my spirit, actually as it relates to my wife. And the scripture he dropped in my spirit was actually Ephesians 28 and 29. But before we read 28 and 29, let's actually back up a little bit and start at verse 25, just to really kind of keep things in context. So Ephesians 5:25 reads, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by washing with water through the word." And verse 27 reads, "And to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless." And verses 28 and 29, which is really my focal scripture, "In this way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they fed and cared for their body, just as Christ loved the church." So again, as I reflect on this past year of my fitness journey, I took a lot of special care of working out every single day. I was really consistent. I was really selective in particular of what I put into my body. Again, cutting out the meats, the sweets, all the dairy. So what Paul is saying here in verses 28 and 29 is that same care, that same drive that I put into working out every day, that same determination that I put into hitting that treadmill every day, walking every day, I should put that same drive, that same level of consistency into loving my wife. I was intentional about my fitness efforts, so I need to be also intentional about how I love my wife. Again, that same drive of building up this physical body, I need to have that same drive in building up that spiritual body, building up my wife. Verse 29 says, "No one ever hated their own bodies, but they fed and cared for their bodies." So just as I was particular about what I was putting into my body or not putting into my body, I need to be careful of what I'm putting into my wife, what I'm feeding her. Are the words that I'm speaking to her life? Are they healthy words? Are they life-giving words? Are they actually building her up? Philippians 4:8 says, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there be any praise on these things, think on them." So again, just as I work out the physical muscles to increase my strength, I need to work out my spiritual muscles to strengthen the love that I have for my wife. So again, as I reflect on this past year, this lifestyle change that I'm under this natural body, I want to make sure I'm putting that same effort, that same consistency into the health of my spiritual body. Because these benefits not only strengthen and benefit me, more importantly, they're going to strengthen and benefit and build up my wife. God bless you all, and always keep God on display.